So we started a videography side hustle at the start of 2020. Back then, I was still working in the corporate world as a full-time lawyer, and Jason was studying full-time in law school. Over the last 3 to 4 years, we've managed to generate over $650,000 in revenue. But before we got to that point, we had to get our first client. The first client is the hardest. You don't have any experience, you have no portfolio, you have no track record, and most importantly, you don't have the confidence to charge for your work. So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys our 3-step system to get your first client as a beginner videographer. This is the system that we wish we had when we first got started on this journey back in 2019. Money is simply an exchange of value. The more value you can provide, the more that people will be willing to pay you. But in order to figure out how we're going to add value, we first have to get an understanding of 3 key questions: the who, the what, and the how. So the first question, who? Who do we want to help? Is it local businesses, couples who are getting married, e-commerce brands, event organizers, real estate agents? There's an endless amount of people out there that you can help with video. You just need to get clear on who you want to help. Number 2 is what. What problems are they facing? For example, a local business is going to have a whole set of different problems compared to a couple who are getting married. For the local business, it might be an issue of trying to increase their awareness within the local community to attract more customers to walk through their doors. While for a couple who are getting married, their problem might be finding someone who can capture their special day in an intimate and stunning manner. And so depending on who you're trying to help, the problems that they face are going to be different. The third question is how. How can we help them? Once you understand the problems that your potential clients face, you can then figure out how you're actually going to help them and add value. The key thing here to remember is we need to figure out a way of adding value. Once you figure that out, finding clients will be a walk in the park. Those are the 3 key questions that we need to answer in phase 1, the understanding phase. But how do we actually find the answers to these questions? Option 1 is to simply type it in ChatGPT. I'm actually not kidding. If you do this, ChatGPT will give you some freakishly good answers. Type in, what industries would benefit most from video content? Pick one industry and then type in what problems are they facing in this industry that video content can help with. And then thirdly, type in what type of videos can I produce for this industry to help them solve this problem. You will be surprised at the amazing answers that ChatGPT is able to give you. And option 2, this is the method that we implemented when we first started as complete beginners, is to actually work with 3 beta clients for free or at a discounted rate. Whilst ChatGPT is amazing, don't get me wrong, there's nothing that beats working with an actual client, and the things that you will learn from working with a real client will be invaluable, even if it's for free. When we were starting out as complete beginners, we actually preferred working for free because it gave us the room to learn and grow and develop our craft without feeling the pressure of having to charge for our work. And when you're in that learning and development phase, that can be quite freeing. By working with beta clients who are actual clients, we were able to, number 1, get a really good understanding of the 3 key questions: the who, the what, and the how. But most importantly, working with actual clients allowed us to develop our soft skills such as client communication, setting deadlines and managing expectations, dealing with client feedback, and learning how to run a shoot from start to finish. These soft skills are so underrated, and oftentimes the things that are holding us back from getting started is not so much our technical camera skills, but actually our soft skills. So when we started on this journey back in 2019, we actually worked with a total of 10 beta clients across 3 industries for free or at a discounted rate. We worked with 4 restaurants, a Japanese restaurant, a hip cafe brunch spot in the city, a pizza restaurant, and also a yogurt shop. We were able to work with them by reaching out on Instagram by sending this exact DM message. We also worked with 3 different real estate agents for free, and we got in contact with them via email, and we got their emails simply by going onto our local real estate listing website and just pulling out email addresses of different agents in the local area. And finally, we also worked with 3 wedding beta couples. 2 of them we got in contact with by reaching out to family and friends and asking them, hey, do you know anyone who is getting married soon who would need a wedding videographer and photographer? And the other one came across a corporate work on our Instagram page and decided to DM us asking whether or not we'd be interested in shooting their wedding. Phase 2, offer. In this phase, we want to actually build our offer. So what's an offer? An offer is basically the thing of value that you provide in exchange for money. And that could be either a product or a service. Even when you're working as an employee, your employer gives you an offer, which is an hourly rate in exchange for a set amount of hours per week or per month. In this case, the thing of value that you're providing in exchange of money is your time. However, when it comes to finding clients in business and charging for your work, I wouldn't recommend charging based on your time because clients don't actually care how much time you spend on something. They only care about the end result that you send them. Instead, I would craft an offer based on the type of client that you're trying to help, the problems that they're facing, and how you're actually going to help them, which is going back to phase one, the 3 key questions that we answered. And that's why if you do phase one properly and you work with beta clients and you take the time to really understand what pain points, what problems they're facing, you're going to be able to craft a much more compelling offer that's going to make their ears perk. Let's take a local pizza restaurant that's looking to create some content for their social media. Offer 1, my hourly rate is $50 per hour. I'll come to your restaurant and shoot for 4 hours and then edit for 4 hours. So in total, I'm gonna charge you for my time of 8 hours, which would be around $400. Offer 2, introducing our social media booster package. We will help you plan, shoot, and edit 3 months worth of content for you in half a day. This will help you increase brand awareness in the local community and attract people to come eat at your restaurant. Showcase your most popular menu items and build your long-term social media following for $2,500. We guarantee that you'll love your content or we will do your next social media shoot for free. Out of those 2 offers, which one sounds more compelling? If I was a business owner, I would select option 2 every time, even though it's more expensive because it's solving an actual problem that I have. By the way, this second offer is actually a package that we sold in the last week. By charging an hourly rate, this really caps the amount of money that you can earn. Not to mention, you don't actually get to serve the client properly and actually help them solve the problem that they have. If I was a really good videographer or content creator and it took me half the time to shoot and edit the exact same amount of content, it doesn't make sense to charge less because I'm actually providing the business with more value. So when you are building your offer, stay away from just charging based on an hourly rate and instead craft your offer based on the problems and the pain points that your ideal client is facing. Once you build your offer, we formalize this into a PDF document, which set out the offer in a digestible and easy to read format. That way, when clients inquired about our services, we could simply just send them this PDF, which set out their problem, how we were going to help them, and our price. We want to make it as easy as possible for our clients to understand our services and to actually buy from us. Now we're ready for the 3rd and final step, which is to promote your offer. But when we first started as complete beginners, we mainly used 3 methods of promotion: cold outreach, posting free content, and warm outreach. So number 1 is cold outreach. So rewinding back to July 2019, I had just bought my first camera for $500, which was a Canon SL2. It also came with a kit lens, and I wanted to get out there and start practicing. So what I actually did was I started DMing local businesses in my area. I'd actually send them this exact Instagram DM. And after sending this message to about 20 different accounts and not getting a response, one account finally got back to me. It was a local Japanese restaurant which was 10 minutes away from my place. They had recently opened and they were just getting their social media presence kickstarted. And so we rocked up there with our $500 beginner camera and a kit lens. We had no idea what we were doing, but we managed to produce a library of social media videos and photos that they could use for their social media. After the shoot, the owner was actually really happy with the content that we produced for them and asked us to come in for a meeting because he wanted to get an idea of how much we would charge him going forward. Unfortunately, the client didn't end up purchasing and using our services going forward, but this was the first time where someone had actually expressed a desire to work with us and inquired about our services. And that opportunity only came about because I actually reached out to him and provided value up front. The second method of promotion that we mainly used when we started out as beginners was posting free content. For example, this includes posting content on social media such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and also on your own website. As I mentioned in phase 1, the understanding phase, when we first got started, we actually worked with a total of 10 beta clients, which if you think about it is quite a lot of clients already. And from those shoots, we actually produced quite a substantial library of videos and photos. And so after working with each beta client, we would take the content that we produced from the shoot and started uploading them onto an Instagram page. After posting 3 times a week for a 6-month period, we ended up getting our first inquiry through our Instagram DMs from an event organizer. We sent out a quote for $1,000 to film this event, and the client accepted. And that's how we got our first ever client from posting free content. The third method of promotion is warm outreach. This is where you reach out to people that you know, whether it be your family members, colleagues, or acquaintances, and tell them about the stuff that you have to sell. In mid-2020, Jason and I wanted to start filming weddings professionally. And so the first thing that we did was we reached out to family, friends, and acquaintances that we knew and asked them, do you know someone who is getting married anytime soon who would need a wedding photographer or videographer? We're just getting started out and looking to build our portfolio, and we're happy to do it for a discounted rate in order to build our experience and our portfolio. And by doing this, that's how we actually got our first 2 wedding clients. The first one was my mum's best friend's daughter who was getting married. Didn't have enough budget for a professional videographer, so they actually ended up paying us $500 to film their wedding. And then the second one was actually Comron, his sister's mutual friend were getting married, got in contact with us. We did photos and videos for them for $600. And the third wedding beta client was actually a couple that came across the corporate work on our Instagram page and just decided to DM us and asked us whether or not we do weddings. And we just told them, hey, we'll do it for free because we're just looking to build our portfolio at the moment. And so that's our 3-step system to finding your first client as a beginner videographer. Phase 1, understand. Phase 2, offer. Phase 3, promote. We hope that this 3-step system will help you take the first step to turn your creative passion into a profitable high-income skill. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hit this video with a like and subscribe down below if you want to see more content from us. On this channel, we upload videos about a bunch of things from filmmaking, entrepreneurship, self-help, productivity, and also money as well. So if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff, please hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you in the community. We also have an email newsletter, link in the description box down below if you're interested in signing up. And with that, guys, we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.